Hey Shelby Bells, it's Shelby. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in for another video. In today's video, you guys, I want to talk a little bit about Trisha Paytas and Moses Hacmon. I know what else is new, girl, but I want to talk a little bit about their relationship. And a lot of people are saying that they think Trisha Paytas is very regretful of marrying Moses. They think that she's regretful of the wedding and how much they spent. And then I want to dive into it because it's just seeming, and people are kind of putting the pieces together that, you know, maybe Trisha is, and this is just the opinion out there. I'm going to share with you guys y'all's opinion that I've been seeing on Reddit and on different Instagram accounts and everything, that, you know, maybe Moses is a bigger manipulator and stuff than even Trisha Paytas is, and maybe Moses is, you know, really the master, you know, of kind of taking advantage of people and kind of like, you know, a tender swindler, if you will, that whole vibe. So if you want to hear more about that drama, then make sure that you keep on watching. Okay, this shirt looks really weird while I'm sitting down, but I really do like it when I'm standing up and I'm like wearing a different outfit. Maybe not the best shirt for a video, but let me just show you. So, okay, it's from Shein, because if you guys don't know, like literally everything I wear is from Shein almost, and it's so cute. I love it. It's like this little moment, and it's like, it goes down all the way, but like, it's just like a little like moment, you know. And then I have my like little like, I'm wearing like just little like shorts for around the house, girl. They say slippery when wet on the back. But you know, it's just like, it has this little cutout here, and I really like it. I got it from Shein Curve, girl, because you know I'm a plus size woman. But I love this little cutout. However, when I'm sitting down, I feel like it looks a little weird. I don't know. We're gonna go with it. Should I just do like this for the video? That looks even weirder. I don't know. Okay, whatever, you guys. So Trisha Paytas, she's been making a lot of comments lately, you know, about how, you know, she went on this gorgeous honeymoon, you know, she, you know, into an underwater hotel in the Maldives. She rode on this like really nice flight there where she had like her own pod and stuff on United Emirates Airlines and stuff, you know, very expensive flight. I think it was $30,000, and the room was allegedly $50,000 according to Trisha Paytas. And, you know, she's made comments saying that, you know, in these recent videos she's been making, these live streams and stuff, that, you know, maybe it wasn't completely worth it. And she's been making comments about, you know, how she was claustrophobic on the plane and like all of these things. And like, some people, there's a side of it that are taking it as, oh my God, how entitled, such a complainer. Like, you just had like a dream vacation that many people like could never afford to do, and now you're sitting here and you're complaining about it, and you're, you know, talking about the negative. Why aren't you embracing the positives and the fact that you were even able to go to begin with? Okay, and that's one side of it, and I understand that side. I get that side. And then the other side is people, and they're like Trisha Paytas is unhappy. You know, I mean, it's been a theme where people are digging up clips of her and Jason and then comparing them to clips of her and Moses. And you guys, I have to be honest with you, it is like night and day. When Trisha Paytas was with Jason, the energy Trisha Paytas gave out was very, very positive. It was very much, I mean, their relationship was super toxic, you know, don't get me wrong, but she seemed like she was in love. It was a loving energy she was giving out when she was on camera. In these clips that I was seeing, there's also moments on camera where they were very toxic. I am aware of that. But then it just seems like in almost every clip or every interaction that we see with Moses and Trisha, it's just an awkward energy. It's just not a loving, newlywed, in love energy that I'm getting when I'm watching these videos. And you guys aren't getting that energy either, because you're voicing it. You're saying their relationship looks worse. What, miss? Mr. and Miss Kitty are fighting today. So they got this beautiful cat scratcher thing in the shape of a Christmas tree that I had to build Someone gave it to me for Christmas, and I built it. And you know, when I built it, I'm not the best at building things. I mean, I will give myself credit. I've built most of the furniture in my apartment. Like I built both of these shelving units. I built my desk that I'm on. I built a lot of the furniture that is in my apartment. But I don't know, this cardboard scratcher thing, it's like in the shape of a Christmas tree. When I had to build that, it was like not easy to put together, and like the pieces weren't sticking. And so when I put it together, I knew full and well, I was like, this thing isn't lasting long, okay? There's gonna be a moment where it's gonna all come crashing down, and I just hope that it doesn't happen while one's in the bottom part of it while the other one's jumping on top, okay? Well, that happened today. That happened this morning. It was a big ordeal. I was in the kitchen putting the dishes in the dishwasher, okay, and I hear just this big crash, and I was like, and then meows, and I was like, oh my god, it happened. So the cat tree scratcher thing, Miss Kitty was inside of it, which is not her normal place to go, which I think might even have freaked Miss out even more, because Miss Kitty is normally on top and Mr. Kitty's in the bottom of it. But Miss Kitty, you know, was making herself at home inside the little cat scratcher Christmas tree thing. And then Mr. Kitty, I think, this is probably what had to have happened. I was in the kitchen, I don't know, girl, but what I'm thinking was that Mr. Kitty jumped on the cat scratcher on top, and he's a lot bigger than Miss. I think the only thing that's been keeping this thing afloat for as long as it has is the fact that Miss Kitty's normally the one on top and not Mr. Kitty, because Mr. Kitty's big, he's a big boy. And it just came crashing down. I heard it crash, and I was like, oh no. And then when I saw it, I was like, oh, well, there goes that. Guess what I'm not gonna do? I'm not gonna try to put it back together. It was a hassle and a half to try and put it together to begin with. I'm not going to try and put it back together. Absolutely not. It's just not going to happen, okay? It's just something I'm not willing to do. So I picked up the walls of the Christmas tree house thing, the cardboard walls, and I set it aside, and I laid their scratchers out. I'm not going to throw scratchers away. They can keep the scratchers, but I'm not putting that little house back together because it was a hassle and a half and gave me a headache the first time. And then Mr. Kitty started whining, and then it was meow, meow, and then the cats got in a big old fight, and then I heard growling and like hissing and meow, and I'm like, oh my god, now, because you know Miss Kitty's like, you jumped on that thing and you made it land on me, and I'm mad at you for that. And Mr. Kitty's like, well, I didn't mean to, and like, you're the one who loosened it up to where it was gonna fall the next time I got on it anyway. And you know, they're fighting right now. Are you fighting with your brother, Miss? I know, he didn't mean to, Miss. Well, you guys need to make up and apologize, because it's not good for cats to be fighting like this, you know what I mean? Okay, Miss. So anyway, that's what's going on in our household today. We got broken cat scratchers, cat tower scratcher things, and it's one of those things that I got from Target that was like, you know, those ones they sell at Target during Christmas. It was a gift, but I know it was from Target. It's like in the shape of something, you know. So maybe I'll have to go to Target and get you guys the Valentine's Day one, because I know they're probably gonna have a Valentine's Day one. Miss, would you like a Valentine's Day scratcher, Miss? Okay, Miss, maybe Mama get it for you, girl, Miss. Okay, we love you so. Okay. Anyway, you guys, I guess I'm rambling. I'm talking and I can't stop. I'm going way off subject here, but I want to talk. Okay, I'm going to read to you guys this Reddit post that I saw that was kind of like putting the sympathy on Trisha Paytas in a different perspective. A lot of people don't want to give her any sympathy. Some of you guys do. This is a person who does feel a little bit of sympathy for Trisha Paytas. I'm going to read to you what they said.
I feel sympathetic towards Trisha. Here's why. Please read before you downvote. I really put thought into this one, F's sake. Because, you know, people just downvote stuff on Reddit for no reason. I think Trisha Paytas is an a-hole, especially recently being exposed for a lot of disgusting behavior. She is narcissistic and extremely superficial. She also lies chronically. I have always found her to be extremely entertaining and definitely funny. I loved her banter with Jeffree Star. It's fun to watch two characters hanging out in a pink Lambo and going to Taco Bell. You know, you could catch me watching her vlogs/mukbangs while doing homework. Then the crying on the floor video started coming out after her breakup with Jason, and I don't know, it changed how I viewed her content because I felt sad for her. Sure, it's superficial and weird to overshare for profit to strangers, but that's what she does, and regardless, I have empathy for her feelings. So it is obvious and confirmed by herself that she is severely mentally ill. She clearly went through a real crisis when she ran her car into Jason's house. She is reactionary and on defense 24/7 and constantly offending people. She's literally off the rails. She meets Ethan and cries on camera after he validates the image she puts out attracting bad people. I think she felt connected and understood. This woman is absolutely begging for a real human connection, but she is terrified of it because it requires vulnerability. She overshares and purposefully paints herself in a bad light. Dude, she is begging for help. Cue frenemies. Trisha would overshare the worst parts of herself with Ethan and be disgusting and inappropriate towards him. He still called her his friend. The first episodes were so damn amazing and fun to watch. Who doesn't love a fabulous redemption arc? And then who came along? Waterboy gets mad when his sister and who is BIL? Oh my god, brother-in-law, I'm so dumb. Waterboy gets mad when his sister and brother-in-law kick him off of the H3 Bachelor for Trisha to do Bachelorette. This is super upsetting to him because that was his chance for them to finally plug his awesome YouTube channel. He's also big mad because his little sister is really successful and he's a broke loser. So anyway, he sabotages the segment by sleeping with her, and then he pussies out when they ask him about it. Well, you all know what happens next. Aquaman worms his way into a mentally ill woman's life. Because she is severely mentally ill without any therapy or suitable support systems, she is not capable of achieving a relationship that isn't obsessive and self-consuming. Connection starved so much she'll throw her whole bank account at him. Yeah, no shit, he dropped the whole family to be with a severely mentally ill millionaire. The guy is a loser. And he's also very stupid because he really didn't factor in the ending of Frenemies being the end of her big bag. He thought it would blow over and they'd be back to it. He's so stupid because she was receptive to how he felt about his family and she internalized it and overshared, and that tore them apart. And I blame him. Look, I know that being mentally ill doesn't excuse poor behavior. She deserves to be held accountable for all of the shitty things she's done. But she is a chronically depressed, anxiety-ridden, and lonely person who never received successful professional help. And he sat there and said okay as she self-destructed and ruined her strongest relationships as well as her strongest financial asset at the time. He doesn't love her, and it's obvious. He is taking advantage of a mentally sick person. She is in the most beautiful place in the world and looks sad. It's unreal, and I feel bad.
So, I mean, I don't know. It's just, so people are saying that Moses is very manipulative. This person's saying Moses is very manipulative. This person is saying that Moses knew what he was doing, knew what he was getting into when he did all this stuff with Trisha Paytas, and they see, I'm telling you, it's kind of convincing what they've said here, okay? We know from all the allegations against Moses, all the ex-girlfriends of Moses that have come forward and said stuff, that he is not the person that he shows himself to be on camera. And, I don't know. I kind of wonder who Moses is when the camera's not running with Trisha. I kind of am getting really curious about that because when he's on camera with her, he's so awkward. So awkward. And I can attest to the fact that some people are just not good in front of the camera. Okay, they're great people, they're fun people, horrible in front of the camera. My best friend, love him so much. Okay, Zach, some of you guys know Zach. As soon as I turn the camera on, so awkward, girl. He's so awkward. So it's like, I understand there's some people that are just not good in front of the camera. When the camera turns on, they get weird, they get awkward, okay? And it's a more common than you would think. So maybe that's just the case with that. But their just relationship seems so forced. And with how much they're online together, I feel like you would have gotten accustomed to the camera by now. You would have been better by now at it. You know what I mean? I don't know. And then there's also the side of you guys, the other side, where you guys are like, no, I don't feel any sympathy for this person. She is a liar. She's a manipulator. She's offended so many different communities. And this is all karma coming back to her. And I stand by my opinion on this, which is that, you know what happens to Trisha Paytas right now, if this marriage falls apart, if she gets used and manipulated and stuff by Moses, well, you've done a lot of the same things to other people in the past. You've offended a lot of groups, you've manipulated people, you've been, karma. And the thing is, karma doesn't always come back to you in the way that you think, right? So if you offended a certain community, karma's not going to come back to you by you being offended by a community or by you being offended as well. Karma can come back to you in the form of different things, right? So if this relationship falls apart with Trisha and Moses, it could be just an accumulation of a lot of the bad stuff that's happened to Trisha, a lot of the bad stuff that Trisha's done to people coming back to her in the form of the manipulation and stuff that Moses is doing to her. Okay, that's a good possibility, girl. I don't know. I mean, the real question, Mr. Kitty, give it a rest until we're done filming, okay? I don't want you two getting into it right now. Y'all need to stay. Mr. Kitty, she's gonna swat at you. Mr. Kitty, there's a situation going on over here. Mr. Kitty, go separate yourself and separate yourself from your sis. I'm just saying, you know, like Trisha's major karma could come back in the form of this relationship with Moses ending, because she doesn't seem too happy. She seems a little bit more regretful already of everything. You know, she's regretting, it seems like she regrets how much she spent on the wedding. She regrets the honeymoon. She didn't have as good of a time as she thought, you know, and she's selling things she didn't think she was gonna have to sell, like these old cars and stuff. She's going on live almost every day because you know when you go live you can possibly get super chats, especially when you're a huge creator like that. You know, people are gonna be, you know, spending the coin on you, okay? So it's just like, it seems like things are kind of starting to fall apart, and Trisha's grasping at straws to keep them together. When you think of the titles of her videos the past week, so clickbait, it makes me want to throw up. Like, listen, we all use clickbait. We all do it, okay? And some of y'all that know the gig understand, and that's just part of it, okay? Sebastian Soto said this in his video today, okay? Magazines, newspapers, websites, YouTube channels, any form of media or entertainment, you're gonna get a clickbait title, okay? Even TV shows title their episodes clickbait titles. It's just the name of the game. The commercials you see for like The Bachelor and these reality shows and stuff, the commercials are always clickbaity too, okay? What can I do to pull you in? So she's doing all that. I don't harp on her for the clickbait, okay? But it's a little bit like desperate clickbait. It's like, I lied about this. It's like the stupidest lie ever. I lied to my husband. What did you, like, okay, about what? And it's like something stupid. So it's like, I don't know. I'm rambling and I'm going on and on here, you guys. But I guess I feel like, you know, whatever's going on with Trisha and Moses, I don't think it's going to last at the end of 2022. I don't. I think that stuff's going to hit the fan and things are going to start changing. And you guys are thinking the same thing. And some of you guys are starting to, the tides are turning in favor of sympathy for Trisha Paytas again. Because some of you guys are seeing through Moses and seeing that Moses is really the bad person and Trisha really is just a troubled soul. So that's what some of you guys are saying. Let me know what you guys think about all that stuff in the comment section down below. There's a lot to unpack here, and like I know you guys are gonna have so many different sides on it and so many different opinions, so I definitely want to hear all of your comments in the comment section down below. Aside from that, that's gonna be it for today's video, you guys. If you did enjoy it, make sure you give me a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel down below. Don't forget to ring the bell so you're notified of all my future videos when they do post. Remember, all Shelby bells ring the bell, and yeah, guys, join the Bell Army if you haven't joined already, or subscribe to the channel. I'm so close to my next major milestone on YouTube, so I would really appreciate you guys helping me get there. If you liked today's video, YouTube should be suggesting some more down below for you to choose from, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.